Hi Hannah, how are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. I'm excited.
I know, so am I. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely honoured. I know who you are, but imagine I don't. Can you please tell me who you are and what you do?
My name is Hannah. I'm an online fat loss coach. I do PT still.
Yeah.
I'm still in that line of work, which I love so much. But my online stuff's just gone. Yeah, it's gone really well. So.
Okay, so is that what you call yourself, fat loss coach?
Yeah. Yeah, weight loss coach, fat loss coach.
Fat loss coach, weight loss coach. I first met you. You probably won't remember me, but I remember the first time I met you. It was in the gym. It was probably about, 9 o'clock in the morning. I did not want to be there.
What was we teach? Was it like a HIIT class or something?
It was a HIIT class. Didn't want to be there, wanted to be in my bed. It was cold, it was early, it was on the weekend, I think. And then you started the class. I absolutely fell in love with you. Your vibe was amazing. The energy that you brought was amazing. You were so kind. And I could see that you actually really cared about everybody in that class.
Yeah.
And I remember at the end, I stayed back. I said, what are your socials? I instantly started following you. This was about 2 years ago, I think. We're going back. And I've been watching you and your progress online, which has been an honour, I must say, because you've just grown and grown. And I know your story because I think you're quite vocal. I know you're quite vocal about, your story online.
Yeah.
But would you mind just telling us how you became a weight loss coach?
So, I've had 2 children.
Yeah.
I've got a 16 and 18-year-old.
Wow.
So when my first was born, I think I always struggled with weight loss anyway. Managed to lose a little bit of weight after my first baby. Then after my second baby, I had just piled on the weight. I've always been a bigger girl from being at, even in primary school. You know what it's like. We watch our parents. I watched my mum doing Special K diet, Weight Watchers.
Oh, the Special K, the cereal.
Yeah, 30 grams in the morning, 30 grams for lunch, and then a nice low-calorie dinner. It was just awful. And Slim Fast, and I heard doing step aerobics. I watched my mum yo-yo diet for years, bless her heart. So I think that kind of rubbed off on me as a kid. So I've always struggled with my weight. I've never been a gym girl, believe it or not. Because I was bigger in secondary school, I always dipped out of PE, stuff like that.
Well, when you say bigger, what do you mean?
Well, I was always like a chubby kid.
Okay,
Like,
I was a chubby kid.
Yeah, I mean, there's no harm in that, but going into secondary school, kids are bloody mean.
Yeah, they are.
Like, they can be horrible.
Especially girls.
Yeah, they're vile. I went to a girls' school and it was hell. So for me, it was the weight. I found it really difficult to lose weight. I always have done. I'm not going to say I find it easy now. I still struggle now. Every day I have to push myself to go to the gym and to eat, make the right choices with food. Absolutely, yeah. It doesn't come easy.
That makes me feel better.
It does not come easy to me at all. And I like to think that on social media I make that quite vocal. Sometimes I look like I'm smashing it, and then I will show my followers other days where I am struggling. Like,
you're very authentic online, which is what I
think
love
it's
about
important.
you.
So when I'd had Honey, I'd had my daughter.
Is her name Honey?
Her name's Honey.
What a beautiful name.
She is an angel, honestly. She's beautiful. So she had started to lose a little bit of weight. Probably not the right way. I did do slimming tablets for a little while, which made me really, really poorly.
I've done those.
They were awful.
They were quite a rage back in the day.
They were.
And they make a heart.
Oh my God, the palpitations. And then I had no energy. Like, I had like loads of energy. And then in the evening I had no energy. Couldn't do anything. I felt fucked. I couldn't do anything. So I went down that route.
Yeah.
And then I got a part-time job in a gym.
Yeah.
As a receptionist. And they said, we can put you through your PT qualification if you want.
Oh, what a blessing.
So, they put me through everything. Because I was like...
Kidding?
Yeah, I was so lucky. About 26, 27.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then it all just went from there, really. Like, I worked in the gym, but I was only a receptionist. So I kind of feel like I had to find my own way a little bit. It wasn't like I got my qualification in a gym and they were like, right, you're going to PT X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I did a few gym inductions, but I really had to find my own way.
So, if you don't mind, how many years ago was this?
So what am I now? Oh my goodness, I'm 40. I've just turned 40. So
you look amazing.
Oh, thank you. I was at 27 when I got qualified. 28.
So, so then when you became a PT, I mean, because that's not 27. That's what 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Online didn't really exist.
No.
So what did you do for work?
I was a receptionist at a gym, and then I'd train people for like £10 an hour while I found my feet and sort of taught myself how to PT. I got a field where I live. I had a couple of girls used to come in the evenings, and I didn't fully go in with it probably until my late 30s. I kind of dabbled a little bit, and then I got a second job. I don't know if I can say the name of the company, but they were in Bexley Heath, and it was like a HIIT class studio. So I'd teach there, and I just loved that job. I worked with 2 young lads. They were the guys that run it. And I just met the most incredible people there. And that's where I think I found my love for fitness.
Right. So
that was a lot of like HIIT stuff, because obviously 10 years ago, HIIT was a massive thing, whereas now my training's changed massively.
So when you were doing all your HIIT stuff, like how long did that take you through to? So you started at 27, trained at 27, and then what? Talking about 31 maybe?
I'd say 32 I worked. 32, 33. I'd say 32 to 35 is when I worked at the HIIT training place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the industry like then? The fitness industry?
It wasn't as friendly as it is now. Like, it was quite cliquey back then. Yeah. I don't know if it was maybe the environment that I was in. I just found it quite cliquey at times. Not so much with where I was working, but when I was training in other gyms. Right. Where I was working, you didn't really get a relationship with people, because it was like 20-minute sessions they were. So people were coming in and out. But as you know, you've trained with me before, I had such a passion for meeting people at that time in my life. I think I started to get a little bit more confident, where I had lost the weight and I kind of found myself a little bit, went through a divorce, and that changed me massively. And I feel like, because I never had the confidence to go into a gym or to ask for advice or to ask how to use them or anything like that, my confidence was shocking. Where I built it up, I was like, I want to give this to other women, and I don't want women to come in and feel threatened by me, or feel like because she's a gym girl, because she's a certain way. I just always want to make women feel as comfortable as possible, and if I can do it, anyone can do it. And that definitely happened in my mid-30s.
So, I mean, you definitely are very approachable. You don't give mean girl energy.
Good.
Yeah, it's, immediately as soon as you started class, I was like, I like her.
Oh, I love
definitely. But what happened then, round about 33, 34, that really made you say, okay, I guess I'm gonna notch up a gear?
Yeah. Do you know what? I actually can't put my finger on it. I think coming out of a not great marriage, I feel like, I'm not going to say he was controlling, because he probably wasn't, but I don't know, I stood behind him a lot. And he was very front of our family. And then when he was gone, it was almost like literally, I didn't know how I was going to do it. How am I going to pay a bill? Like, not financially, because I worked, but I didn't. Direct debits and mortgage payments and school runs and working, and how the hell am I going to navigate this? And I just thought, shit, like, I have got 2 options here. I can either fall apart or sort my shit out and learn how to do it all. And I had to learn how to do it all. There was no other option but to go, right, things need to change. I didn't want to keep working part-time for somebody. I didn't want to do that anymore. It wasn't working for me.
So what was the move there? What was the initial move that you made?
So I left the HIIT place. Yeah. And I worked, so we're probably going into late 35, 36, just as I had started a new relationship. And I worked at an aesthetics job for my friend's company. Okay. Doing they do Botox and fillers, and I was on reception there.
I need a bit of Botox.
So yeah, it's the best stuff ever. So that was like a little stopgap for me, because I didn't want to work in the HIIT place anymore. So I was like, I need to change. I can't do this anymore. So I did that alongside a little bit of PT. And then I did that job, and I loved that job, but I was sat down all the time. Every time I'd go, I only worked there 3 days a week. And I just thought, I'm not made for sitting down. I'm just not. And I used to be miserable. I'd dread going, and that's when I think, I did that for a few years, and I just thought, I can't do this anymore. I need to just take the leap and go on my own. I think I was nervous of going on my own financially, where I've always been on my own and had to step up. I'd had a new relationship, and we were getting married, and I had a little bit of support, and I think that gave me the balls to go, I'm just going to do it.
It's always good to have a good man by your side to give you a bit of a push, isn't it?
Absolutely. And he gave me the confidence. Like, without him, I could never have done it. Yeah. And it's incredible how...
So when you took the leap, what did you do?
So
what did you do? Did you just... Tell me, what did you do?
I set up a little gym at home.
Okay.
So I bought cable machines.
Amazing.
I bought a big weight rack. I just bought everything, all the basics that I needed to give girls a safe space.
I love this.
So it was in my kitchen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still in there now. I don't use it as much now because the online's gone so crazy. But I just wanted a safe space where girls weren't going to feel judged, where they were going to feel confident.
Yeah.
And some of my girls are still with me now. I've got girls that I've trained for absolutely years.
Really?
And I've got other girls that have gone, I'm good and I can go and train in a gym on my own, and they still do now, and they train.
So you started in your kitchen,
In
basically.
my little kitchen.
And what was your pieces of equipment? Take me through them.
So a cable machine, I think that to save up for that took me months.
Yeah, I can imagine.
That was like a lot of money, but I felt like I needed to up it a little bit rather than just dumbbells. And
then a cable machine is the one where you can pull down.
So there's a low cable and a high cable, and I bought these plates that I'd wanted forever. So they're big bumper plates, and they're like what's the army print? A camouflage camo, and they were the bollocks, and they sold out everywhere. I was like, I've got to wait for these camo plates, and I got these camo plates. Just made everything a little bit funky, and I bought a nice big set of dumbbells, some resistance bands, some TRXs, and a bench, and I was away.
So how did you get your first client?
Do you know what?
How did you market yourself at that time?
I honestly have to say I've been, touch wood, I've never had to really advertise as much as I thought I was going to. A lot of it's been word of mouth, someone going, oh, you look great, where are you, I'm PTing with this girl, and then I get recommendation after recommendation, and I'm just so lucky. A lot of my girls know each other. I've got a couple of sisters that I train together, and it just fell into place.
So this happened around about mid to late 30s, yeah? And then what happened? Did you start to branch out from your home?
So I gave up the beauty place, and I just did this from home, which I loved. And I really wanted to do something, which this is a part of business that I tried and it fell on its arse. It didn't succeed, which obviously in business things go really well and some things don't. And I started a health hub.
Okay.
So I hired like a little, it was just a church hall that I used to do my own classes from. I used to teach a HIIT class on a Monday night. And then I was like, I'm going to teach girls how to calorie count.
Nice.
I'm going to show them exactly why you should be eating high protein, what kind of training you should be doing. And I started this hub, and the hub was amazing. I probably had about 11 ladies every week that would come in. So it'd be
the ride or dies.
Yeah, they were great. And they're still, some of them are still in contact with me now. And it didn't go as well as I wanted it to. A bit like a Weight Watchers, for example.
Yeah.
So you come every week, you get weighed, you do your measurements. I'm very much an advocate, if that's the right word, of, okay, yes, we weigh ourselves, but we don't obsess over the scales. I think it's important to keep an eye on them if you have a big weight loss journey. But they are bullshit. That's
really interesting because just to sidestep a moment, I've bought these scales and they tell you everything. Those
very clever, some of them.
Do you think they're a good idea to have? Would you recommend them to people?
I think they're good if you want to keep an eye on body fat and your water and muscle. But you've got to remember they're not massively accurate. They will give you an indication whether stats go up or down. So I think if you've got a real, passion for fitness and well-being, then yes. But, scales, and I say this to my girls all the time, and this is why I don't do it so much.
Every morning,
honestly,
those scales.
They are bullshit. I like to keep an eye on them, like for myself and my girls. But, I've had girls that do check-ins online and they're like, I've put on weight. And I'm like, you haven't. It's not body fat. You might have eaten a higher carb dinner the night before or you got up and drank a glass of water. Like I had, and I always go back to this scenario. It was a few months ago. And I woke up and I said to Tom, I feel fucking lean this morning. I'm going to get on the scales. And he's like, All right. And I felt great, prancing around in my pants. I was like, yes. Look, I even got a little bit of definition there, felt great. Went downstairs, got on the scales, I'd put on like 3.5 pounds. And I was like, what?
It ruins your whole day.
I literally went from up here to down
I've
here.
been there. It's horrible.
Fucking seconds, just because of what. And I always say to my girls, like, don't stress about them. As long as you're ticking your boxes and you're getting stuff done, like, there's a lot of diet culture. We have to unfuck the way that
I agree.
we think of ourselves, and we let our weight dictate how we feel. And you follow me, you know I'm a massive, a big supporter of learning self-love and learning to be kind to ourselves, which I think is mega important.
It is mega important, but it does feel good when you see the scales go down.
Yeah.
So if we don't use the scales, how would you say we should monitor our progress?
Photos.
Really?
1,000,000%.
Every day, every week?
No. Once a week, once every 2 weeks. Measure, photos. Progress pictures are huge. I've got girls that have been with me for 6 months and might only live half a stone, but you put their pictures together and it is mind-blowing.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because you're building muscle as well. I teach all my girls to weight train.
Right, can I ask you, cardio versus weight training, which one?
Okay. I think you need to do a little bit of what, first of all, I'm going to say you need to do something you enjoy.
Right.
If a lady comes to me and said, I hate the gym, hate weight training, I will try and persuade them just to give it a few weeks and just try with my program and see how you get on. If they were to come to me and say, I've never had this. My girls go in the gym, build confidence, they're like, fuck yeah, I'm going in with the big boy weights, I'm loving this. So I like to think that they will enjoy learn to enjoy weight training. Yeah. But you do have to do something that you like. If you enjoy doing classes, do classes. I stressed too much about the scales and about getting as small as possible. And I was doing that through excessive cardio and eating fuck all. And that gave me the worst shape of my life. Like now I carry a little bit more body fat than I probably would have been happy with years ago. But I've got a lovely lifestyle. I eat out with my children a lot. Me and my husband, we travel and I'm quite happy. I weight train and I've done less cardio in the last 2 years than I ever have done, to the point where I was teaching a lot of cardio classes, a lot of spin classes, a lot of
so I'm taking your spin as well.
Yeah, and they're great classes, but it wasn't helping. I've stopped doing it all now. I do 2 HIIT classes a week, but I've introduced weights into those because weights is the only way that you're going to change the way your body actually looks.
How important is it for us, especially as women, to weight train?
So important.
Why? Because I hear this a lot, but why?
Like, if you think, when we lift weights, and you have to do it over a long period of time to build muscle, building muscle is hard. It doesn't just come overnight. Our skin, obviously, we lose muscle mass as we get older, especially in perimenopausal, menopausal women. We lose a lot of muscle. And, as we get older, we want to be able to, I hope to one day be able to pick up a grandchild and not struggle. And, it's not just about the way you look. It's really not. It's about, helping yourself as you get older with, conditions that you can get when you get older. And that's why a high protein diet is really important, because that's going to support your body as you get older with building muscle mass. It's so important. I can't tell you.
I mean, I've got osteoarthritis in my knee because I used to be into cardio like nobody's business. Cardio, we were like this. And I used to run a lot. I loved running. It just used to clear my mind. But it caused me to injure my knee. And it's moved on, obviously, to the other knee as well, because,
compensating.
What would people who are suffering from injuries, what advice would you give them? Because I know when I try to, I can't run outside anymore. It's got to be on the treadmill. And as soon as I feel a twinge, I slow down.
Good.
And if I'm doing like heavy weights lower, I feel it, like my knee starts to swell. So what would you suggest with people who've got similar injuries?
It's really frustrating. I have a shoulder injury, and I understand, you want to be progressing and you want to be lifting heavy. I get it. You're so much better to just lower your weights.
Really?
And up the reps a little bit if you can. Yeah.
Okay.
There's just no point. Otherwise, you're going to end up, especially if you've got a condition.
Yeah.
It's not like you've just pulled a quick muscle and we need to repair for a couple of weeks and just lay off doing anything. When you have injuries that my shoulder, for example, I was lifting really heavy, the heaviest ever on my shoulder press, and I was so proud because I've never lifted anything in my life. And now I can't. I'm back down again. I'm just like, do you know what? Sometimes you just have to not admit defeat, but just say, that's okay. Like, this is my body. I need to look after it. Yeah. So I just go lower and do higher reps.
So lower weights, higher reps.
Yeah.
And if you were going to choose cardio or weights, I know you don't want to. I know it's about what you enjoy, but what would you pick?
Weights.
Really?
Yeah, it's the most I've seen my body change.
Really?
100%. I just think we are, as girlies now, we are getting more confident to lift weights and to get in that end of the gym. And that's what my program's all about. Is on there is we do, some girls don't do this, but I always do a push-pull, glutes, legs.
What's a push-pull?
So push-pull. So push is when you do your push exercises, so like your chest. Pull is like working your back and doing a lot of pulling stuff.
Your coaching program online, how did this come about?
So this is a really funny story. So I obviously had my Instagram profile, which was, I think I had about 80 followers.
Yeah.
And I used to just do like, a bit of healthy eating, a few medicine ball slams on videos and PT stuff. And I said to Tom, I definitely missed a lot of online stuff, obviously with lockdown.
Yeah.
I was a completely different person in lockdown. There was no way I had the confidence to do anything.
Really?
Yeah. I'd lost my confidence with teaching.
Why?
I don't know. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
It was just a funny period in my life where I think I'd just come out of a horrible, horrible relationship.
Yeah.
I felt absolutely fuck all about myself. And lockdown come, and I just wanted to be in my house with my 2 kids. I'm high risk, my son was high risk, and I just wanted to hibernate. I didn't want to put pressure on myself to go, you've now got to go online, you've now got to do this. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. I'm gutted I missed out on that, because I know now I would have been massive in lockdown. I definitely feel like I could have done it and I could have made something of myself, but it is what it is. It wasn't the right time for me. I do believe everything happens for a reason. After lockdown, I thought I'm going to dabble a little bit, probably a year after lockdown. So I started doing, putting it on social media about people doing online coaching, because everyone was doing it after lockdown. Yeah. So I started doing it on WhatsApp.
Right.
Which I didn't use a platform, didn't use any. I've never used a computer in my whole life. I was rubbish at technology. Didn't want to learn how to use a computer. I didn't want to learn how to use software. I was like, I'm too thick for that.
Just give me what I know.
Pen and paper. I did it all on pen and paper. So girls would come to me. They'd go, I want to do it. And I did it for like hardly any money, just to find my feet. And it was all on WhatsApp. I'd send them a big spiel about how many calories they should eat after they sent me all their stats. I worked out their calories, their protein, and I did live workouts. Right. So I would do 2 live workouts a week, sometimes 3, and I'd just set up a Zoom and I'd just jump around like a nutter and girls would follow me.
I love it.
Yeah. And it was wicked and I loved it. It was such a great time. And then I just started, some girls would just jump on the Zoom calls, some weren't training with me to do the nutrition side of things. It was just to do a HIIT workout. And I loved that. And I kept saying to Tom, there's these platforms that you can get where everything's done under one roof. Like, I feel like I'm on WhatsApp, like going back to my notes in between girls. I was losing who everyone was. And I was like, I need it in one place. And Tom was like, no, you don't. You don't need to be paying for a platform.
Tom.
I know.
What's he saying?
I know, but for him, he was like, "What are you playing?" Yeah. Tom's like, he's so stingy. He was like, "Why are you? You're doing fine. Like, get on with it." And then I had a meeting with a platform for online coaching, and it just sounded so simple, and I need simple. So, honestly, it's the best thing I've ever done in my whole life. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it because I do a lot of my one-to-one stuff, and I've always been this. I love chatting, I love being with people, and I know I can get girls results, but the online results, like people on online coaching, are fixed.
So tell me, so how does it work? Say if I was to sign up, because I think I'm going to sign up to this, Hannah. So I was to sign up, what would happen?
I'd send you forms. So I always have one-to-one consultations on FaceTime with my girls, just to decide if we can work together, what their goals are. I talk them through the app. You'll send me your email, I'll send you a form, you'll fill it out, and then I work out all your calories, all your protein. I write you a program. You might say to me, I want to train twice a week at home or 4 times a week in the gym. They're not generic. I'm not just, I'm sitting and writing everybody's plans.
So if I said to you, also, is this like week by week or month by month, or is this like 6 weeks?
So this is a monthly thing.
Right.
My girls, I've had girls for 3 months, I've had girls for a year. So it all just depends really on.
So monthly roll on?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
Monthly rolling.
If I said to you this month, say I signed up in May and I'm like, May's going to be a busy month, I can get in the gym once a week. Can you still accommodate that?
100%. Yeah.
Right.
And there's meal plans on the app. So you literally have your own app.
Yeah.
There's meal plans. I always do breakfast, snack, dinner, snack.
Oh, I
and
like
then,
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like needing a snack.
Yeah, we've got to have our snacks in the evening. So, and then you just follow it all. And then I check in with them all on a Wednesday. I go through and see what workouts they've done. Wicked workout, you're lifting heavy on that. I can see you haven't hit your protein goal, like what's going on this week. Steps look great. Like literally everything is in the app and I literally can keep an eye on all of them. It's great.
So how long have you been doing business this way?
A year now.
And
so I'm still only and I've had to teach myself. Like you can as an online coach.
Yeah.
I didn't learn how to online coach. It's something that I've navigated myself. I've never had a coach until December.
What kind of coach did you get?
I had just a coach to train me. It's exactly the same as what I was doing.
And that's really interesting because how have you found that it's helped you?
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think it has. I felt like I needed to do it to experience it.
Yeah.
And just to see how I felt about having a coach. And a lot of coaches, friends that I've got, have always had coaches. Yeah. I just think I'm quite disciplined the way I am now. And she didn't teach me anything that I didn't already know. So
I wanted to be the customer, so to speak.
Yeah. And she used the same app as me. So I set myself up on my own app.
Yeah.
I go into the gym, I use my own training programs and my own food.
Right. What do you think makes you so different to another weight loss coach out there?
I just feel that I've made this program on my experience of, being how hard it is to be overweight and, go on holiday and feel uncomfortable. And, I've had children, I've got stretch marks, I've got cellulite, I've got scars, I've had surgeries. Like, you see these picture perfect fitness influencers online and they're great. There's loads online.
Yeah.
Like, the Courtney Blackwell, they're fantastic girls, but they're girls that live in flats on their own and this is them 24. It's not realistic to a lot of the girls that I coach. We've got families, we've got husbands, we've got nights out with the girls, we've got stuff to navigate, and it's as much as it is my world and I do love it and 80% of the time I'm good, but there is 20% where if I want to have a glass of wine I'm going to have it and I'm not going to be told that I can't go out for dinner. And when I was being coached, I think I'd been with the lady for 2 weeks and I hadn't lost any weight and she dropped my calories dramatically. And I'm not really about that. I want my girls to be able to eat and lose weight slowly and learn to keep it off.
Right.
Girls don't come to me to go, I've got a bikini competition next month. Can you get me as lean as possible? I can't coach like that. That's not my kind of coaching.
So you are coaching women to create a new lifestyle, I guess, for them.
Normal women, normal girls.
What I love about you is that you've been a big girl. Because I go on your page and you show the journey of who you once were to who you are now. And it's not just physically, it's also the journey mentally and emotionally of how you've grown. At your biggest, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you weigh?
16.3. 16 stone 3 pounds, yeah.
And how did you feel about yourself at that time?
It was a horrible time. Yeah, horrible. I was still only young. I was like 23, early 20s, and carrying this excess amount of weight. When my son was born, how old was I? 21. I remember going to the park and thinking, I don't fit in here. I can't be here. And then when I lost quite a lot of weight, just before I had Honey, and then the weight come back on again, I got a little bit better and a little bit more, but my confidence was terrible. Even taking him to the park, he never did anything that Honey did. I think I was a bit better when Honey was about 6 months. I lost a bit of weight and I started taking him to baby groups. Harley did none of that.
Really?
Yeah, no interacting unless it was with my friends' kids.
Is that because you were just so...
Didn't want to go out. Yeah.
So when did you start losing the weight properly?
Without slimming tablets?
Without slimming tablets?
I'd say 32, 33.
Really? So after you trained as a PT and you were doing your HIIT, so you started to kind of lock in.
Yeah, I had disordered eating massively. Yeah. I had the biggest disorder, and it's only now looking back thinking, God, did I really used to do that? Yeah, 800 calories I'd beat, and I'd think I could teach HIIT classes all down 800 calories, and wondered why I just felt so shit in myself. My mood was horrific. Like I didn't want to do anything. I had no happiness. Nothing felt happy. Because I was on slimming pills, restricting my food. And then when, this is a really funny story, I actually spoke to somebody about this yesterday. So my last straw was, so I had that with the slimming pills, and then I come off of them, and I put on a little bit of weight. This was when I first met Tom. No, it wasn't when I first met Tom. Just a bit before that.
Yeah.
And then I started like changing how I was training and stuff. And then my weight did go... trying to think of when I first met Tom. I did put on about a stone when I first met Tom. So when I met Tom, coming out of a toxic relationship. Let me talk to you about this quickly.
Yeah.
So I was in this terrible relationship. What would happen, right? He would come, go. And this is where my disordered eating came from. Because we would either see each other on a night out, and where I was so heartbroken all the time, you know that feeling where you don't want to eat. I'm not an eater.
God, yeah.
If I go for anything, my hunger goes.
Yeah.
And I'd see him on a night out, or he'd see a photo of me and he'd message me going, "Oh my God, you look amazing. So I love how much weight you've lost." And that would
been there.
That would be me going, "Oh, well, he doesn't want to be with me, but he loves me skinny. So I must stay like that." And that's where my disordered eating, it was like, "No, you can't eat because he prefers you when you look like that." Yeah. And that's a vile place to be, where you think you're not good enough for somebody unless you're at your smallest.
But I think every woman has felt that.
Oh, it's horrific. I wouldn't wish it on my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
And that's where my massive disordered eating came from, and that's where I was in a bit of a spiral.
Right. Because of a man.
Because of a fucking
These
dude.
fucking men. What do you think about Ozempic and Mounjaro?
I was hoping you was going to talk about this. Tom and I actually spoke about this on my way here. So I had a lady message me yesterday, and she said, "I really want to coach with you." She had a baby about 6 months ago, maybe not even that long ago, but she started Mounjaro. She went, "I want to be honest with you, I'm taking Mounjaro." So I get it, and this is what I said to her. I totally get it. I've been that girl, that desperate. And that's where I spoke about these slimming pills, where I went, when I first met Tom, I went to get weighed for these slimming pills, and I wasn't big enough. And, you know, I contemplated putting stones in my pocket so that I was heavier to have them. So I understand the desperadum of wanting that quick fix. I want it now. I don't want it in 6 months. I get it. And I understand why women do it, why girls are doing it. But if it's going to get withdrawn, I think.
Do you think so?
Yeah, or it's not going to be. I just think that it's too problematic for girls. Too many people are taking it's getting in the wrong hands. Too many people are taking it that shouldn't be taking it. It's a great drug for people that
actually need it.
100%. Not for size 12 girls that want to get a size 10. Like for me, that you're setting yourself up for an eating disorder. I've been there. Like I know about it. So I understand it without sounding like a dickhead. I understand it, but I don't think it's good for you.
I think I've tried Mounjaro. 2 weeks. I put that thing down.
Yeah.
So my experience from Mounjaro was headaches. I want it quick. I can't be bothered. I'm getting older now. To lose a pound, it takes me
absolutely
a long time. Just give me quick. I want to go on holiday. I want to wear a swimsuit, blah, blah. So I bought this Mounjaro from Superdrug and took the first injection. Within 24 hours, dry mouth every day, headache every day. And I didn't eat. I literally didn't eat. There would be like pangs of hunger and I could have like a slice of bread or a cracker or, you know, cucumber and hummus, like small amounts, and then I'd be full. I wasn't sleeping. But it did take away my inflammation in my knee.
Okay.
That it just felt like it was new again.
Oh, that's interesting.
But the side effects, like the headaches, the not sleeping, not eating anything, it just wasn't for me.
See, all those things that you're saying is a recipe for disaster to be able to fat loss. Lack of sleep, lack of food.
Lack of sleep, and it's the headache, like
that's
awful. In the 3 weeks, I lost nearly 4 kg, which was amazing. And don't get me wrong, I can see why people would just keep injecting. But for me, I was thinking, I'm a gym girl anyway. I've always been a gym girl. And I've always struggled with my weight. So I've always been kind of up and down. But for me, I'm thinking, why am I taking this thing that's giving me all these...
Making me feel like
shit. When I come off it, I'm probably just going to revert back to really bad habits.
Yeah.
Isn't it better for me to get my discipline in now so that I can create dig deep?
Yeah.
Why do you think people don't want to dig deep?
Because they're not getting results quick enough. We're in a society where we want it yesterday. And unfortunately...
So true.
Yeah, I was
so
trained...
Good, yeah.
I got a lady that I'm PTing at the moment. She started in December. And she went to like a religious do at the weekend. And she said people kept coming up to her going, oh my God, you look so good. It's taken her 6 months to get that, but people were seeing it. And because she's dug deep, she's done it the right way, she's phenomenal.
You feel good about yourself, don't you, when you do it that way?
And this is her life now. She's built ingrained habits, you know. It doesn't come easy. It didn't come easy to me, but it got to the point where I just thought, why do I keep doing this? The headaches, the not sleeping, the no food. And I've had to learn a lot about nutrition with my training. Like, I want to weight train. Speaking about it lately, a new thing that I'm doing is eating breakfast. I never felt I deserved to eat breakfast. That was always my meal. You don't put calories in your body in the morning. You don't need it.
That's so interesting. I've never thought about it this way, but I've never been a breakfast girl. Maybe because you're busy in the morning, running around, getting to work or whatever. And then I guess my body just gradually just rejected breakfast.
Yep.
And then you hear things, people say breakfast, you shouldn't eat breakfast or whatever. But I've never thought about, I don't deserve to put calories in my body. That's so real. Because I think in the back of my mind, there is that thought, I don't deserve to eat right now. Yeah. I'm going to wait until my body is literally screaming.
Yeah, that was me.
For feed me. And then I'll feed it.
And I'd expect to go into the gym and I'd be thinking, why the fuck can I not lift that? And I'm thinking...
But what about fasted cardio? Fasted training? Do you not agree with that?
I don't.
Why?
No. It used to be a big thing that we would do fasted cardio because it burns fat quicker. It doesn't. If anything, it does the complete opposite.
Really?
Yeah, like your body, you wouldn't drive your car to Devon with 10 quid's worth of petrol in it.
No.
And that's the way I look at it now. I don't particularly enjoy breakfast. I don't wake up hungry. I don't think to myself, right, can't wait to go downstairs and eat my porridge and drink my clear whey. No, but I have to force it because I know that in an hour's time when I get to the gym, my body is ready to train. And I lift heavy. I've got energy. I look forward to going to the gym. Whereas I used to pull up like hair on top of my head thinking, what is this? I get up way before I need to. I have my coffee. I have to have my morning coffee. Yeah. I have a bit of porridge, give myself half an hour, and I am like a different person. Honestly, it's a game changer.
I am joining your online program. So how many people do you have on it? Or how many people have you trained so far?
I've got on there now, I've got about 26 girls.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It is a lot. I don't want to overpack myself because I want to give my girls everything that I can. Yeah. Obviously, I have PT clients as well. I teach classes. So my life is a bit hectic.
Yeah. I mean, are you thinking about scaling the business? So getting staff?
Yeah. So I haven't thought about staff yet, which... I think maybe when I get to like 30 plus, that may be something that I could go on board and work with someone. But I'm quite happy in my own little bubble at the moment. I still feel like I'm really in the beginning. I'm still finding my feet. I'm not perfect. God, am I not perfect? I'm still learning and, building myself up a little bit. So I used to do a lot of classes in the evenings. I've stopped doing that now because I've got a lot of burnout. So I'm starting to learn to... I love my one-to-one PT stuff, but the end goal is to be solely online.
Right. Yeah. Well, how did you manage burnout? Because speak to a lot of business owners, and they always say they suffered burnout. And why do you think it happens, number one, and how do you manage it?
So I feel like I've really found, I mean, Tom would probably say otherwise, but I really feel like I've found my feet with it now. So something had to give for me. So I train girls early in the mornings. I start at like 6 a.m.
That's early.
Yeah, so I'd do that, and then I'd, go do a couple in the morning, do a school run, do a couple in the afternoon, do a school run, and then I'd go back out at 7 o'clock to teach a spin class.
It's a lot.
And I kept doing it, and I kept doing it. I was burning out every 3 months, but I mean, where my body, I was in hospital once, and then
seriously,
yeah, I got really poorly. Like literally, I was just done for. I suffer a little bit with like IBS, and that flares up when I'm overdoing it. So that kind of tells me I get a bit bloated. I'm like, right, I don't feel good, so I know that I have to. But I've really had to learn to actually listen to my body, like. I stopped all my evening classes. I was like, something has to give now. I either start early or I finish late.
Yeah.
And I looked at I'm such more of a morning person. I like to be in bed with a cup of tea by like 8.
Me too.
So for me, it was like the morning has to be where I flourish, and that's my thing. So I gave up all my evening classes, and that was a huge deal for me.
That's a big deal.
Because I loved my spin. I loved all the guys that I used to see, and you build relationships. And I mean, I didn't do it for the money, and I don't do my classes for the money. I do it because it's my love, and I love having 30 people in front of me looking at me like, go.
I can imagine.
I love that.
Spin.
Yeah, come on, up we go. And I do. So I keep my classes in the morning. So that had to, that for me, it was like, I can't keep doing this. Like, I've got a family. I don't want to keep burning out. So something had to give, and that was what gave.
So do you think that, I guess, would you call it business boundaries?
Yes, love that. Yeah, 100%. And boundaries, not just in business, but outside of business as well. Like, I'm definitely used to be a yes girl. Yeah. And I'd get myself deep in stuff. I think, why am I doing this? Yeah. So I've stopped doing that. If people ask, I've decided not to take on new personal training clients, and that's really difficult when people come to me and say, can you train me? I find it hard to say no. Yeah,
but you have to in order to preserve yourself so that you can keep serving and your business can grow.
A bit like with when I wanted to really push myself physically in the gym. I found it hard to do it because I was too busy training everyone else. I couldn't train myself. Yeah. So now I put appointments in my diary for the times that I'm going to train, and nothing, not even money will get in the way of that.
I love that.
Because I'm priority now. Yeah. And I never used to do that.
That's definitely good. I suffered burnout, and it's a horrible place actually, because it's not just your body. It's a mental thing. So now what I put in my diary is my rest times. Good. Even if it's just I'm slouching in bed, watching a bit of Netflix, and I put it in my diary for an hour or 2 hours, whatever it is. But I find when I put it in my diary, I don't feel as guilty. Does that make any sense?
No, I'm the same.
Because it's scheduled.
Yep.
So 100%. It's allowed.
Yeah. It's crazy how the mind works.
It really is.
But I tell my girls to do it. And if an appointment, it's different if it's like a kid's hospital appointment or something. But if an appointment comes up, I don't know, I can't think of something off the cuff. Yeah. But if someone says, can we do this? I'm like, let's go for a walk and a coffee. I get a lot of that with girls. Yeah. And I go, I can't at that time, but I can at that time. Nothing comes in the way of.
I love that. You come first. What do you say about plateau? Is that a real thing? Or is it something that we've conjured, we've created? Or does it happen?
It's a really good question. It can happen. Sometimes there's a lot of playing around with calories and with training. I do think it's good to switch things up once in a while. I do the same training program and eat the same calories for about 6 to 8 weeks. Right. And then if I see a plateau, I change things slightly. Right. But if I don't, then I keep things the same.
If we want to claim plateau, I'm plateauing, when would that happen? Would it be after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or is it after like a solid?
I'd say after
2 months, 6 months.
I'd say after a solid amount of time. But we all have to be honest about how on it we are. Like if I've been there. I've been there where I've gone, I've stayed the same for like 3 weeks. And I'm like, hang on a minute. did go out for that. Yeah, I did have a Wagamama's there, and I did have a Krispy Kreme donut on the way home. We do have to be honest with our journey and not bullshit ourselves, because the only one that's not
plateauing.
I've been there.
All these carbs.
Why am I plateauing? I'm like, fuck, I've been out twice this week. So we do have to be a little bit honest.
Yeah, we do, and I think we're not. Actually,
but the human body's, everyone's so different.
It is.
And that's why, having a coach is so important, because I keep an eye on girls' calories, and, I'm not a magician. I can work out on stats what I think they should be eating, but, I don't know. I can't force them to go out for those walks and get those gym sessions done. So if you're still eating the amount of calories I'm giving you, you're not moving, of course things aren't going to change. So,
do calories actually matter? So I tapped in a fat calculator, online, right? I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah.
And I tapped in like my age, my weight, I don't know, my height.
Yeah.
And it told me I've got to eat a certain amount of calories. When I saw the calories, I was a bit gobsmacked.
Yeah.
So I think it was telling me to eat 1,431 calories a day. So I'm like, this ain't much. Is that correct? I'm 44, I'm 5'3", and I don't want to talk about my weight. Is 1,400 calories the right amount?
Too low for most people.
But
that gives me anxiety. That gives me anxiety. Yeah. Because your body needs fuel. Like, you need to move to be healthy. Like, not to lose body fat. Like, you need to move anyway. Like, regardless to how many calories you're putting in your body. But on 1,400 calories, your body's not
much.
Your body ain't going to be asked to do anything on 1,400 calories.
It's not much. It's not a lot of food.
You have to see food as energy.
Right.
We there's no good or bad food. There's just not. Like, it's bullshit. You need to just eat as good as you can, as clean as you can, but have your treats. Because if you don't, if you pull everything back, like, this is why people on 1,400 calories don't stick to it, because we pull it in the whole time, and then we have little binges and wonder why we're not getting anywhere. I put my girls on higher calories so it's sustainable. So you can have your treat in the evening. You can have your big loaded fries for dinner, and you're not scraping through calories or starving yourself all day, so you can have a big meal. I think it's important to do it properly, and you need energy to train. Like, food is fuel, and that's the way you need to look at it.
Do you think nutrition is more important than training?
I wouldn't say more important. I know a lot of coaches would, but I do think it's once you put the two together, amazing things happen. I trained for a long time, 28 to 35, I'd say.
Yeah.
I trained like so much hits, and I did do weights as well, but I ate like a dickhead.
Yeah.
I used to think, Monday, my mindset was Monday to Friday, I'm good.
Yeah.
And Friday night, I went for a bit of a sticky patch of alcohol for a little while. Friday night would be, I deserve this, and I'd drink Friday. I'd get up hanging on Saturday, eat shit Saturday, and I'd rinse and repeat until Monday morning.
Yeah, I've been there.
Horrific.
I've so been there.
And I think, I'm annoyed at myself. I feel like I've wasted a lot of years. I'm trained as well. But I was never who I am now. I didn't.
But it takes time to.
Yeah, it does.
You have to make your mistakes.
Absolutely.
What is one myth in the fitness industry that you wish you could eradicate?
Oh, that's such a lovely question. I've probably got loads. You've touched on one, would be fasted cardio.
Right.
Fasted training. Ask me the question again. I had one come to my brain.
What is one myth in the fitness industry that you wish you could eradicate?
That's a tough one. One come to my head, but it's gone now. It might have just been the one that you just said. I mean,
so fasted cardio nonsense.
Yeah, there's so much. There's so much shit.
What is the most common thing when women come to you? What is the most common thing that they ask for?
I think a lot of it is confidence in the gym, and I get a lot of, and this is a thing that we've touched on briefly. People expect to see 1,000 calories, and then I give them the calories, and they're like, "I can't eat that much." I'm like, "You can, come on." And then they're like, "Oh, I'm never going to lose weight on that." And you're like, "I've been there, and I understand it, but it's frustrating. I just want to go. Just trust me. Do as I'm telling you. Like, this isn't going to happen overnight. But stop. We need to stop with women and men. Sorry, we need food." stop trying to, you know, we want to get as small as possible, so we give our body as less food as possible. Like.
Yeah, I feel like as women, if we go to a coach and we say we want to lose weight as quickly as possible, we expect that coach to tell us, okay, eat 1,000 calories, train 3 times a week.
And there's coaches out there that will.
Yeah, there is.
100%. Like,
but that's not you.
No. I don't want to give girls 6-packs. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to give them confidence within themselves, confidence in the gym, and to learn that it is okay to eat the foods that you love, just in moderation.
I love that.
Yeah, it's important.
I'm definitely gonna sign up.
Please do.
I am 1,000%.
Oh my God, I'd love to have you on board.
I'm definitely joining, trust me, because I have been really struggling, especially with business. You know what it's like? You're so busy.
Absolutely.
And I've kind of lost focus on myself. And I've really been trying to lose weight since the beginning of the year. I weighed in, I was like, no. I generally, when I put my mind to it, I can generally drop weight quite quickly. But for some reason, I don't know if it's my age, my cortisol levels, I don't know if I'm doing it all wrong. I'm just not losing it. I could be doing that, what we were saying, I'm doing so well, but eating badly. But I do need some accountability.
I think if you've got a coach in your corner and you know that you're checking in on a Sunday, and I'm checking in every Wednesday, and you do, and you're set stuff. I'm giving you your steps. I'm telling you how much protein you got to eat.
Yeah.
And everything is on the platform. Like there's ideas of protein and stuff like that for you to eat, and meal plans, and just giving you a bit of inspo. It's quite exciting, and it's nice to know that you've got someone.
Is it like a community as well? Do
it's
everyone
not. No, I don't do anything
so
like that.
Separate.
It is very it's very one-to-one. I mean, that might be somewhere that I'd go to in the future, but at the moment, it is just purely one-to-one coaching.
That's nice. So it feels like it's just
like,
going to be.
I love my girls. We check in all the time. Like,
okay.
My girls going, look what I've just done in the gym, and it's lovely. Like when you get to know people, that's why I'm worried about scaling.
Yeah.
Because I know, I don't know. I could talk to a girl on a Sunday, and she goes, my daughter's got a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, and I'll check in and go, how did that appointment go? Because it was something that they were worried about. And I've got girls that I teach through. Life happens, it's going to happen around. I've got people that have been through divorce on my coaching program, that have lost grandparents, that have gone through so many things happen in life, that ourselves are the first things to go, I can't fucking do that. No, can't do that. Whereas I coach girls through it and go, okay, well, you can't get to the gym because you're dealing with grief at the moment. That's fine. But you can just watch what you're eating. Like, we can do this. We haven't got to throw the towel in. Let's get out for a walk, clear your head. Like, not putting pressure on girls ever, but learning that you don't come to the bottom of the pile because life happens. You still show up for yourself.
That's really nice. It's really beautiful. It sounds like you're the little life coach as well.
Yeah. I've been there. I've worn the T-shirt of so many of these girls that go through stuff I've done. I feel like I've experienced so much. And that's why it's not, it's fat loss coaching, but I can definitely help in so many other aspects of people's lives.
Well, I'm definitely going to join.
Yes.
Before we go, because we've come to the end, I can't believe it's
flown by,
isn't it? There's so much more we can talk about, but what is one business tip that you would give to somebody that you think they need to know?
I would say that my first thing would say that just to jump and do it. I mean, I threw so many obstacles in my way, thinking I can't do it, I can't do it. It's never going to work. And I'm very proud of myself that I tried the hub and it didn't work. And it's okay to try stuff and it not to work. But I think for just do it. Yeah. Whether it's on your own or whether you get mentor, I just think, life is short, right? Move. Just do it.
Yeah, I so agree with you.
And that's a big thing that I unfortunately put myself off for so long, thinking I'm not capable.
I really agree with you. Just stop planning, start doing.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would like to discuss that I haven't brought up or you haven't mentioned yet before we go?
You've been brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you've been fantastic. You've just literally everything that I wanted to talk about, you've covered.
Brilliant. Yeah. Thank you so much, Hannah.
Thank you.